In a place that seemingly has it all, is a local Parks and Rec division even needed? As far as recreation goes, I mean, could a Parks and Rec department even stand out as a valuable resource here in a city like Bend? We have the rivers, the lakes, the forests, the mountains. Why would we need Parks and Rec? Hey guys, welcome back. Be sure to hit the subscribe button on the way in, because today we're going to talk about the coveted Bend Parks and Rec department. No, really, it's not a stretch to say that we have one of the best Parks and Rec departments in all of the country. I mean, we've got it all. Trails? Yeah, like tons. Parks? Well, it's Parks and Rec, so yeah. Programs, sports, facilities? Yes, and only the best. So the first thing we're going to talk about are the trails. Now, I don't know where you're from, but here in Bend, I believe we have a lot of trails. So we had some friends years ago coming to visit, and they wanted to go, catch a trail and go for a quick hike or something while we were off, working or something while they were here visiting. And I vividly remember him looking at his trails map, like on his phone. And he was like, this says that I could basically catch a trail out your front door. I was like, yeah, what's the big deal? So then he showed me the map of Nashville, where he was from. Well, the suburbs anyway. He has to drive like 20 minutes to get to the nearest trail, period. So let's talk about a few. Wow, just look at all of those. The biggest one is the Deschutes River Trail. Now this is actually broken into a few different sections because it's actually huge and runs all over town. But the easiest one, and the one that most people would know about, is the section that starts at the Old Mill District and runs upstream past the Bill Healy Bridge. This section is so pretty. I mean, they all are because, it's the Deschutes River, but it just feels so remote for being right in the middle of town. In fact, cougars have even been spotted on this trail. So is it urban or is it rural? I don't know. The loop basically starts at the Park and Rec building there in the Old Mill District, heads upstream across a pedestrian bridge and back downstream for about a 3-mile loop. It has been one of Parks and Rec's goals for like the past 15 years to connect all of the different sections of the Deschutes River Trail to one huge massive trail all through Bend. And they're getting really close. Now there are so many great other trails and places out there, but Shevlin Park is probably the next one that you should definitely check out. Can we look at that map again? Look at all the green around the Shevlin Park area. Just wherever you want to go, I guess, right? Yeah, so anyway, Shevlin Creek runs down along that canyon, and there are tons of great trails and hikes that you can do down in that canyon area. So good, so close. Okay, so now I suppose we should probably talk about parks. So the playgrounds are just top-notch. Water features, great fields. There's lots of dog parks as well. And this one might be a little bit weird, but I love the grass. So green, so soft. You just want to roll in it, Or at least take your shoes off. This is not a stretch to say that you could walk comfortably, not like walking a 5K or anything, comfortably walk to a park no matter where you live in town. You don't believe me? Check out this map. Yeah, that's probably not even all of them, because there are over 80 parks in Bend. That's nearly a park for every 1,000 people that live in Bend. Now, what's unique is a lot of the more well-known parks, like Pine Nursery and Farewell Bend and Mirror Pond, have extra special features like river access or frisbee golf or pickleball courts or a stock trout pond. Yeah! Or soccer and baseball fields. But there are so many other small parks that are just a little chunk of grass with a playground on it. Which if you're walking from your house, that's all you really need anyway, right? And if you're feeling more adventurous, you can always hit up one of the bigger parks. Going back to that webpage, there are so many parks with different features that I actually created a filter for filtering out what kind of features and things that you wanted at that park. You can look for parks that only offer a pump track, or tennis, or volleyball. My goodness. Okay, moving on, let's talk about facilities, because Parks and Rec has more than just grass, but it's nice grass. they have built a world-class collection of facilities to accommodate all kinds of sports and recreational activities. For instance, the OG Juniper Swim and Fitness Center is, well, yes, you guessed it, a swim and fitness center. Inside, there is a 25-meter pool with high dive boards and a smaller kids pool for youth swim instruction. Then there's an Olympic 50-meter pool that is outdoors during the summer months and indoors during the winter months. Yes, it has a very impressive and very large tent. Then in the summer, there's a kids splash pad area and pool that's fully outdoors. And then of course back indoors, there's a full gym and lots of other additional studios for a variety of fitness and cycling classes. You can yoga, you can Zumba, you can dance, you name it, they've got it. The next facility that we want to touch on is basically another swim and fitness center. It's that popular. At 34,000 square feet, the Larkspur Community Center features 2 dedicated fitness areas, a 5,000 square foot fitness center with a walking/jogging track, state-of-the-art equipment, and stunning views. Then a 4,000 square foot aquatic center with a 135,000 gallon recreation and leisure pool with current. That's right, it's got a lazy river. Boom! Then it's got a cafe space and lots of other classes and yada yada. Moving on to the next major facility is my favorite. Well, really it's more of a love-hate relationship, I think. The ice rink. I mean, the Bend Pavilion. Granted, we severely needed an ice rink in town, and the only organization that had the ability to do that was Park and Rec. Thank you. And they did a fantastic job, aesthetically speaking, of creating this jewel of Bend. It's just not the most functional rink that I've ever played at. In fact, right now as I'm shooting this video, my hockey game tonight was canceled because it's too warm out. However, it's 48 degrees. What gives? Anyway, this facility is a gorgeous seasonal facility because of its open air concept. In the winter, it provides a full-size sheet of ice for ice hockey, figure skating, curling, and recreational ice skating enthusiasts. And in the warmer months, it provides roller skating, inline hockey, and other various uses for court sports, like dodgeball. Yeah, dodgeball. It's also a catch-all in the summer for summer kids sports camps and stuff like that. Which brings us to programs. Now you already know that the facilities that we've already mentioned offer activities for all kinds of things like swimming, fitness, and ice skating, and hockey. But what about everything else? Yes. Park and Rec is the place to go for any sports programs, really. Soccer, basketball, football, lacrosse, softball, adult kickball, skateboarding, golf, volleyball, fencing, you name it really. Just everything. Well, here, look. And this isn't just exclusive to sports. Parks and Rec offers childcare services for before and after school, as well as activities in arts and crafts, cooking and baking, DIY and gardening, science and learning, performing arts, dance, summer camps, and tons of other youth enrichment activities. Parks and Rec literally has something for everyone of all ages. Anyway, thanks for hanging in there. That was kind of a long one. There's lots to cover with Parks and Rec because of how big they are. If you are thinking of moving to the area, be sure to check out our channel because we've got tons of information on Bend, things to do, neighborhoods to check out, and all kinds of other info. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next week.